Yeah, there is just this already, whatever is happening, or whatever that seems to be happening. The wind, trees moving, people talking, birds chirping. It's just this already. And this as it is already empty. There's nothing behind what's happening. There is no entity already who's doing what's just happening. So it can never be known. It can never be understood. It can never really be spoken because they are not different parts. There is already nothing separate from this to speak about it, to discuss it, to explain it. Even what seems to be the explanation, the discussion is already it. So everything is this already. Thoughts arising, feelings, thinking that there is a way to know this is just this already. So it can never really be known. It can never really be described. Yet what seems to be the description is already it. So there's just what's happening. There is already nothing to get. There is already nothing to fix. There is already nothing to find. There's just this. Yet seeking may seem to happen. There may be a thought that maybe I will eventually find what I'm looking for. But that as it is already that which can never really be found, expressing as a thought that I'm gonna find what I'm looking for. So that as it is already empty. There's no one behind the thought. And there's nothing already behind anything. There's just this. So everything is this. There's already no one here who's pointing to anything. Yet what seems to be the pointer, the pointing, and what is being pointed at is already just this. There is already no real pointer. There can be just pointing, which is already this, and there is already nothing that is being pointed at. Everything is this already, no matter the shape or form it may appear to be. The talking itself, thinking itself, um, trying to grasp, trying to fix, trying to let go is already an expression of this. It's already an expression of everything. There is already no division. There is no separation. Thinking that there is a real separation is just that which is already not separate, expressing as a thought of separation. There is a thought of separation is not an evidence that there is a real separation. It's just a thought. It's already empty. It's already not separate from this. So everything that seems to be appearing in this is already this. It's not separate from this. Even what appears to be thoughts, searching, looking, trees, people walking around, animals, birds flying, the sky, the clouds, every appearance in this is already this. There is no separate this and the appearances. Everything is already this. Even what seems to be appearing in this is just this already. So there is nothing to find, and there's no one here to find anything. Even the looking is already that which is being longed for. The looking itself is already that which is being longed for. What appears to be the looker, what appears to be the seeker, is already that which is being sought for. So everything is this. There is no going right or wrong with this. Yet even a thought of being wrong or right is already this. It's just a thought. It's already empty. There's no one behind it. There's no thinker already. So this is so free and empty to be anything. There are no limitations. There is already no wrong or right here. There is already no doer. Even thinking that there is a doer is just that which is already empty, which is already nothing. There's no real doer, separate doer, who separates from everything. That's just a thought, which is already empty. So what appears to be a you and a me talking is just a story. It's just a story. It's already not happening. This isn't happening already. This isn't happening to anyone already. Yet thinking that there's something happening is just this already. Thinking that there are two individuals who are talking is just this already. But that's not an evidence that they are real individuals who are talking. It's just a thought, which is already empty. which is already nothing. So I would say there is nothing speaking, nothing listening, nothing getting it, nothing not getting it, nothing thinking that there's something to get, nothing giving up, nothing being involved in an intense meditation to find nothing. So everything is empty. Even the seeking that may seem to be happening is already empty. There is already no seeker to find what it's looking for. Yet, what seems to be the seeker and what is being sought for is already that which can never really be known, can never really be understood, because there's nothing separate from it to know it already. There's just this, just it. You can call it whatever. It doesn't really mind, because even the one who can seem to call it whatever is already it. So it's not separate already. There's no separation. So this is already unknowable. What seems to be knowable, or what seems to be the knower, is already the story, is already a dream appearing in this, appearing in that which can never be known. So there is never not this. All is this already. Other than this is this. Not yet this is this. Thinking that maybe in the near future there there might be something that might be found is already this. Thinking that in the past this was lost is already this. So there is never not this. Everything is this already. Going to the meeting in the boardroom, discussing what needs to be done, future plans is already this. But behind that, there's nobody. It's already empty. It's going nowhere. Even when it seems it's going somewhere and there's something to achieve, but it's never really going anywhere. It's just a story. Thinking that this world, there is a world and the world is real and there are people in the world is not wrong or right. It's just already an expression of nothing. It's just this wholeness, everything expressing as that. There may be a recognition that there's no world, there are no people, there's nothing. But the recognition itself is also an expression of that which can never really be recognized by anyone, because there's no one here to recognize anything. There can be a recognition which it can be seen that it's just this recognizing itself, that it has never been anything separate from itself. It has always been itself as nothing. And this isn't special. Yet thinking that there's somebody who's special is this too. And it's not wrong or right. There is already no one here who's putting anyone on the pedestal. And there's no pedestal. There's just this already. Lower states of consciousness, higher states of consciousness, it's just this. It's just this wholeness. It's just what is already. There are no real higher states of consciousness or lower states of consciousness. It's just a story. Yet, in the story, there may be a choice. A choice may be made that I want to be in the higher states of consciousness. And that's not wrong or right. It's just what's happening. And the words here, they can be seen as just concepts. They are never really describing anything. This is beyond any description. This is already nameless. This is already wordless. It doesn't really require words to be spoken for it to be what it is. It's already what it is, which is nothing even before any word may be spoken. It's already what it is even before any seeking may arise. It's already what it is even before anything may appear to say, I'm not getting it. There's no one to get it already. This is never lost, so it can never be found. It's already the case. It's just this already. Whatever is happening or not happening is this too. So questions may arise and the answer may seem to be given. But there is no questioner. It's just what seems to be happening. And there's no one giving an answer. That's just what seems to be happening.
You froze there for a minute. You appear to be back.
Yeah, it is seen by no one that there's just this. This moving around, flying, this appearing as a wind, blowing, water, the roof, the chairs, flowers, trees, everything is empty. In a sense that everything is this. This is already nothing. This is already every apparent thing. And this is shapeless, yet appearing as a shape, as different shapes. It can never really be pointed at, because that which seems to be pointing to it is already it. So there's nothing pointing to it. There's nothing separate from it that can point to it, because there's no separation. Everything is this. It may seem as if there's just a dog walking around, but that's just a story. It's not a dog. It may seem as if there is a real Charles that is talking to Nkosi, but there's just a story. There's no Nkosi and there's no Charles. There's just this, which is already unknowable, which is already beyond any description, yet appearing as a description. So there's already no one who's sitting on a chair. They are just thoughts saying, I'm sitting on a chair. Those are just thoughts, they are empty. There may be a sorry about that. There was a call. So
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's just sitting on the chair, but there's no one sitting on the chair. Yet thinking that there's somebody who's sitting on the chair who's looking from behind those eyes is this already. It is just a thought. It's not an evidence that there's a real somebody who's sitting on the chair. It's just a thought that says, I'm sitting on a chair, watching a computer screen. There is no one here to be the body, or who is a body. Those are just thoughts appearing in this as this. I am the body thought. This expressing as I am the body thought who's sitting on the chair. So thoughts can't be found. There may be an assumption that I'm thinking, I'm here, I'm thinking thoughts. That's just an assumption. There's no thinker already. Thoughts are just appearing on their own. And there may be a thought, muscular thought claiming that these are my thoughts. I'm the thinker of these thoughts. Yes, sometimes they bother me. I want to get rid of thoughts. I want to find this. But those are just thoughts. There's no one already who wants to find anything. Or you can say it's just this already. Saying this, expressing as thoughts, saying, I want to find wholeness. I want to find enlightenment. But there's no real separate somebody who wants to find anything. So this is already what is being longed for. Just this, what is. This isn't lost already. This is already the case. Also expressing as trying to find, seeking, looking, searching, meditating, meditation, not getting closer, giving up or not, thinking that this is misleading, happening, thinking that this is beautiful, happening. Every thought, every sensation, every movement is already this. Yet nothing is really moving. It's just this wholeness, totality, appearing to dance. There's nowhere to get to. There's nothing to find. There's already no one who's walking. There's already no one who's going to work. There's already no one who's going somewhere. If there's just this standing. Yeah, it's thinking that I'm going to work, I'm going somewhere. It's just a story. Yeah.
What's so funny, Nkosi?
Yeah.
What are you thinking about? What a thought is occurring.
Yeah, I know. People walking around hearing what is being spoken. It
Oh,
makes them as if may say, yeah, these people are crazy.
oh, other people in the park?
Yeah, they are.
No, I see.
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, they're just couples walking. And this park is where people usually get married sometimes, especially on weekends, during weekends. It's very huge. It's very huge.
So what is the
But
what is the structure that you're under? Is it the restrooms or?
yeah, there are restrooms. There's also a hall for the meeting. If there are people who want to hold meetings, business meetings, there's a hall. It's just a hall, and as well a reception to welcome the visitors. Yeah, yeah. So there's also a lake, a little lake there over there.
Hmm? So
I don't know if you would like to view that.
what? Get in the lake? Lakes
Yeah,
tend to be
it's
kind of.
there, over there. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
saw it. Yeah. Well, I thought I
Yeah.
saw it. Yeah.
Uh, let me stand up. Maybe you can see it. Can you see
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do people fish there or?
No, they don't. They're not allowed. It's just to view ducks. There are ducks there.
Yeah.
Some small fish. Yeah.
What other kind of birds do you get? Do you get any like storks or egrets or flamingos?
Um, I don't know their names. I don't
I
know
see.
their names, but yeah, I can just describe the birds. You know those with long legs, the white one with the
Yeah.
long neck. Yeah.
How tall? Are they as tall as Nkosi or is they just a few feet?
No, not as tall as Gosi, but few fits. Yeah.
A few feet,
And
yeah.
ducks as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's very wide, very wide.
So, that sounds to me like an egret. But are they all white, or some of them kind of gray or bluish?
Some they are brown,
Mhm.
brown, gray. Some they are whites with the brown color on top. Yeah.
You feed them?
And yeah, they're close to the lake there.
Yeah.
They're very close. Yeah, they're moving around the side. Yeah. I was gonna show you if you had more time.
We had lots of birds like that in Long Beach, but not so much where I'm here in North Carolina. But we have a little mountain that's pretty close. And I've never really paid much attention to it, but it's a small mountain. But I went hiking with Mitchell around the mountain yesterday, and it's pretty huge. It's between the office and home. It's only a couple miles drive, but there's just this bizarre little mountain, and it's pretty big. I don't know. So we went walking around in the trees. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
I think the thought that keeps coming up for me is it illusory or is it ephemeral? And does it make a difference? You know what I mean?
So, yeah, when you say ephemeral, can you rephrase that?
Transitory, here and gone, like the clouds in the sky.
Yeah.
Is it an illusion or is it just so ephemeral and transitory that it might as well be illusory? I don't know that it makes a difference, but you tell everybody, you go to somebody and you say the world doesn't exist, that they lock you up and call you crazy. But if you say everything's transitory, it's gone tomorrow, the moment is, it's all labels. You can call me Nkosi, but that's just, there's ways to think about it that are completely within the paradigm that we think about everything. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I would say it doesn't really exist. But as a story, just as a story, which is not real, it does exist. It's just a story. But, it can never really be seen, can never really be found. There can be stories about the world. There is a world. There are people, labeling, lots of labeling. But, when things are seen as they are, it is seen that it's just a story. There's nothing here. There's no world. There's no one here.
Speaking of which, my wife just came in. We've got a meeting across the street that we need to go to. Maybe I can stop the video and you can say hi to Melissa. That sound good?
Okay. Yeah.
See if I can stop this thing. There it is.